Hey everybody, I am Kelly Goss. I am the author of Automate It with Zapier. I'm a business process automation specialist and I am the founder of Solvaa. And I just wanted to give you an intro to the book and tell you what it's all about and what it covers. And while I'm at it, I thought that I would just show you where I wrote most of the book and where I work every day. So I guess let's just start with that. So this is my desk, and as I said, wrote most of the book here, and this is my office. That dog that you can see in the background is a painting that I did. I really love to paint, and I try to fit that in whenever I can. And this is my office. So just a little bit overview of that. And I guess now let's kind of dive into the book. So Automate It with Zapier is about how to boost business productivity with workflow automation techniques, and specifically using the Zapier app. So as you can see, it's pretty chunky. It's 593 pages, lots of information in here. And it's actually structured in 4 different sections and with several different chapters within the sections. And this book isn't really just about how to use Zapier effectively in your business. It's also about how to use business process automation techniques and process improvement techniques to streamline your processes before you even start thinking about automating them, which is really, really important because it will really help you to make your automations more efficient and less costly for you, essentially. So I think the best way to really show you what's in the book is, just remove that bit, to show you what's actually in the ebook. So one of the great things about this book as well is that Zapier have actually been very supportive and encouraging with this process, and the foreword was actually written by Cody Jones, who's the head of global partnerships and channels at Zapier. And let's just go to the table of contents. So as I said, there are 4 different sections in the book. The first one is getting started with Zapier, and essentially what that goes through is an introduction to using business process automation with Zapier, and it gives you information about what business process automation is, what the no-code revolution is, because essentially Zapier is a tool that can help you to put in place workflow automation within your business without the need for any code whatsoever. So it talks about that, and then we dive into an introduction about all the key terms in Zapier, how to choose the right pricing plan, creating your account, familiarizing yourself with the platform and the different things as part of that. So that's really what the first chapter is about. The second chapter goes through how to prepare before you automate. So as I mentioned earlier, it's really important to streamline your processes before you try to automate them. And this is what this chapter is about. It's about simplifying the processes, understanding what can be automated, and establishing what apps you can connect with Zapier. There are 3,000 plus apps that integrate with Zapier now. So how to find that information, and also understanding how you can get the most out of the app ecosystem in Zapier. Next, we go on to how to build your first workflow. So this is kind of exciting because you can then go through the process of trying to understand how to build your first workflow. And I guess one thing that I should mention is that this book is really tailored to beginner users of Zapier. So it shows you how to avoid that overwhelm of trying to use a new tool, and it instructs you step by step how to build workflows from scratch, and understand how the Zapier platform works, and give you ideas of how you can automate your processes within your business. But it is also useful for users that have been utilizing the Zapier platform for years. So intermediate users who want to know more about all the different types of tools and what they're used for, this is a really, really good reference book. So with regards to building the first workflow, if you're a beginner, you really want to know this information. It takes you through how to strategize, how to build it, how to connect your apps to Zapier, and how to create your first Zap in the Zap editor, as well as understanding how all the different fields within the workflow builder actually works. The next 2 chapters are really important from a how to deal with things in the future. So how to manage your Zaps, how to create folders, how to organize everything, how to name, how to search, how to strategize, how to keep your account tidy, basically. Shouldn't be overlooked, really important information. And then also, you're definitely going to run into errors. I would be surprised that if you don't when you start using it. So you want to know how to handle errors, how to find information about why those errors occurred, and where to reach out for help and who to reach out to help for. So there's lots of information in there. The next section is all about how to use Zapier's built-in apps. So I mentioned earlier that you can build workflows without the need for code in Zapier. And Zapier's built a whole load of different apps within the Zapier app that allows you to do different things. So for example, and this is where we go on to multi-step Zaps and how to build those and use different apps for that. But you're definitely going to want to know how to apply conditional logic, put branching logic within your Zaps. You might want to know how to put delays in your Zaps, how to schedule your workflows to run at a particular time, how to send SMSs to yourself, how to send emails without using your normal email provider, how to extract information from emails, how to use the Digest by Zapier app, which is to compile data together into digests. So there's a whole load of different things in here, and for each section, in most of the sections, there's an exercise that will help you to practice through using the different apps. So that's what all section 2 is all about. Section 3 moves on to the Formatter by Zapier app, which is one of Zapier's most versatile built-in apps, which allows you to do really complex things like format text, format numbers, dates and times, and do a few other things like using lookup tables. It's actually a really exciting app that you definitely want to know about. So there's a whole lot of things like, how to replace characters and words and phrases, how to truncate the length of a bit of text, splitting characters or words, manipulating line items, which is really important for people like accountants and bookkeepers who want to extract information from different apps that come in through in different lines. So that's section 3. And then lastly, we've got section 4, which is a really good overview of the different types of processes within a business with examples. So how to automate your sales process, how to automate your marketing process, how to automate parts of your operations process, your finance processes. So you'll see that there's sections on each of these, and some examples and some exercises as well. So this is really good to have a look through as well. And then the last 2 chapters go through tips and tricks on how to enhance your productivity. And now, of course, throughout the book, there are lots of tips and tricks and things to look out for, things that might cause a little trouble while you're creating your workflows. So there's lots of information there. And then the last chapter is kind of like a problem solving and challenge chapter, where I've given you 3 different scenarios, and you can work through the scenarios to see how you might actually build out a process for that. So I've given the scenario and an example of how you could solve that process problem with using Zapier and different apps together. So that is essentially all about Automate It with Zapier. and I know that you're going to enjoy it, and I hope that it brings lots of value to your business. Please, if you have any comments and anything that you think should be included in the book or anything that you might want to see, please let me know, and you can do that through Pact, and you can put reviews on Amazon as well, which are really important. But any feedback is really, really important because it will help me improve the next version of this book. And another thing to mention is that there are a lot of Zap templates within the book and lots of other templates that you could get access to. The details of how you can get access to that are in the book as well. So you can get some templates and copies of things. So that's everything in a nutshell. And I hope you enjoy Automate It with Zapier. And thanks for joining me today. Bye.